Hello, hello! My name is Callista and welcome back to Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. In the last episode, I think we may have gotten to the bottom of Tenko's death. I think Kiyo did it. He used the magic circle to navigate his way in the dark and he stomped on that floorboard, sending her up into the sickle. I think we may have got there. That's it! The magic circle! They used the magic circle!
Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kiyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
What say you, sir? What say you?
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
I'm thinking back, I swear down there were points leading off to the corners. I swear. Could I have imagined that? Oh, shit. I swear down there were lines coming off. I swear down there were, but I can't remember. I can't remember for definite. Shit.
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
I don't suppose. Either Himiko, Shuichi, or Kokichi has a perfect memory. I don't suppose any of them have that skill.
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see. Another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt all but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
Hello?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
No! Listen to Keebo. The game is even doing him dirty. The depressing music started up again. I'm listening, Keebo. I'm listening.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Kokichi, you little shit.
Hey, may I have your attention?
Oh, I said cut that out! It's too bright!
Well, no one's listening to him.
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
I'm so confused. Because my brain immediately went to like a vibrating cock ring or something like that, and I'm just like, what is this function? I'm concerned.
All right, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Ah!
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
Oh, hello. Don't mind if I do. What the actual... Oh, there were lines! I have so many questions regarding Keebo. I have so many questions.
From your mouth?
Better that than his arse.
I also used magic like that before.
I think that's just called throwing up, Himiko.
This prints out as my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay, got it.
I reluctantly took the paper from Keebo's mouth. So this is the magic circle used for the seance. And look at the corners. Look at the corners!
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Notice anything? You over here.
There! This helped a lot, Keebo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
My lie?
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
God, Keebo really came in clutch. Keebo came in so clutch. And he doesn't get the recognition he deserves, bless him. I feel so badly for Keebo. I feel so badly for him.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Keebo, too.
No! Gonta, no! It's because of Keebo! I'm so sorry, Keebo.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Keebo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
She just wanted nudes.
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health.
It's nice to take nudes.
Specifically, I make Keebo use that function every day to analyze my turds.
I'm so sorry, Keebo. Unless that's your kink too, in which case fair play, but like, I'm so sorry, Keebo. I'm so sorry. We need to save him.
You're what? Why? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality.
What even is this? I guess this is supposed to be funny, but I'm just like, why is this even here?
Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
A round of applause for Himiko! Round of applause for Himiko! Oh shit, oh shit.
Kiyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
I balanced my controller on my leg to give her a round of applause and it slipped off. But yes, yeah, good job, Himiko.
So, Kiyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Oh!
Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Okay, where you going with this? What point you making?
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
Oh, okay, now this is getting tricky. Kiyo's attitude is disconcerting, but first I need to counter his argument.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
Okay.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle was Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
Okay, so that's...
So simply put, I am not the killer.
I'm sure that Kiyo is the culprit. He had a way of getting that murder weapon. I can prove it.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma...
You placed the white sheet.
I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I was trying to get the other one.
So simply put, I am not the killer.
No, I know what to. I know what to.
The only person who could have collected the
as long as I remember to do the big chop.
But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shu. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry
I'm gonna
the
wait.
cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity
big
to touch
chop.
the sickle.
I'll cut through your words. The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kiyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
Oh. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if we accuse him for Tenko's murder because the one we're looking for is Angie. I think he did both. I think he did both. I still think, you know, I was given that trigger warning. I still think he raped Angie. Tenko saw something she shouldn't have, and that's why he killed her. And if rape does factor in, then like I said, who's the most likely to do something rapey? It's Kiyo. So here's the thing, we now have to prove that he did Angie's murder. But he's going to use the whole like, oh, well, I'm admitting to Tenko, but I didn't do Angie. You can't prove that was me, ba 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 ba. I'm going to cop to one, but not to the other. What?
It's correct. Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen.
Oh, you tricksy bitch. You tricksy bitch.
Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kiyo?
What was that?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
That's right! What happens to your votes if there are 2 blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie.
Cop to one and deny the other.
For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
I agree! Kill him! Get him!
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Again, you're making the assumption that she was killed in her lab, but we've got a blood stain elsewhere.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
By not killing her in her lab.
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kiyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
Just ignore him, Keebo. He's not worth it. Just ignore him.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Keebo? Chill, dude.
Maybe it's because people keep being assholes to him. You know, there's this thing, Kaito, called basic human empathy. Maybe you would like to develop that skill a little bit.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kiyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
That is... I've got to hand it to him. I've got to hand it to him. He has come up with an extremely clever plan. And there is a lot of plausible deniability there. Like I said, I'm still waiting for something rapey to come up, and he's the most likely in my opinion. He's the most likely, so I think he did it. I think he did both of them.
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, Kiyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's one of you!
Oh.
Wowee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial ground!
Okay, I like this one. I like this one.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Don't... Now it seems like I was agreeing with you. Don't do that, Kokichi. We are not on the same side here. Unless you're slagging off Kaito, then we are. But otherwise, no.
Why were you waiting for it?
Fuck you! Kiyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kiyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. Okay. Okay. Oh! One sec. I just wanna... Here's the thing. I'm on the side that's like, Kiyo did it. But the game is saying, no, you shouldn't be on that side. Okay, so it's... This is select speaker, and then... I'm not... It's Y. Y is make statement. Okay.
Kiyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Keebo! We don't know for certain that Kiyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
Kiyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
Okay.
The katana was found in Kiyo's lab.
Kiyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kiyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself.
Kiyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death.
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
When we aren't consistent, our position looks weak. We have to work together.
Kiyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Okay, it was, you...
Keebo! We don't know for certain that Kiyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and...
I've got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in
Kiyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kiyo did kill Tenko, but
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new...
Kiyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of...
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Okay. Why? Again, this is where I would want to vote. Let's go B.
This is our answer!
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder.
This is one of those really strange times where the game is saying we're going in this direction, and I'm like, no, I think we need to be going in that direction. I agree with what we were voting against. You know, I think that Kiyo did do it.
And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kiyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Yes, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene. Well, it's the bloodstain that was dry. Where are you? You!
This is it! The bloodstain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
is that Tenko's blood?
No, it was dry. It happened much, much earlier.
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because... it was there before Tenko was killed. The blood was spilled before the seance when Tenko was killed. It dried faster because the stain was smaller. But that blood stain was rather far from Tenko's body, wasn't it?
I was wrong!
Oh, everyone's staring at me. I screwed up. They think I'm a fraud. Okay, yeah, that's a bit dodgy. No, it happened before the seance.
That's it! The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder.
That's a bit dodgy, because they both ultimately meant the same thing. It was there before Tenko was killed. It was there before the seance. That's tricksy.
It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was. The bloodstain from before the seance, it has to be them. Yeah, Angie.
That's it! That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Because I think it was also the scene of Angie's murder.
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Says who? Why?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
Kaito has seriously done absolutely nothing in this trial except spout bullshit. I'm gonna solve this. Everyone else do the work for me, like,
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
And Kiyo re-enters the suspect pool.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start.
Then why didn't you say so?
So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
But why?
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
Normally I'd agree with you, Kiyo, but... this seems leading, not misleading. Kokichi, can you just speak plainly for like 2 minutes?
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true? Or... Kokichi's too tricksy. You can't trust anything he says. Okay.
The art research lab
Let's see.
is not where Angie was killed.
I agree with that.
She was killed in the empty room instead.
I agree with that.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do, Mew.
Again, Mew, why? Why? Pray tell. What did Kokichi see? Something Angie did. There has to be a clue there.
The art research lab.
What do we have?
Is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
I agree with that.
She left
but that's
the
not an
lab
agree
on her
spot.
own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle!
At the Necronomicon.
Keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body.
No.
That sounds like something only you would do.
Well, yes, that is true. But not... She needed a candle to set fire to the book.
The art research lab.
Okay. I think I see. I think I see.
She left the lab on her own?
But
why would she go into an empty room?
There
shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle!
I agree.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
It's all coming together. It's all coming together, and in the next episode, we are going to shore this up. And we're going to prove that Kiyo did it, because he is still my #1 suspect. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.